Welcome back everybody. So guys, in this lecture we're going to talk about what's in this course. They become a complete full stack web developer beginner to advanced course. In this course, as you can see from the title, that you're going to become a complete full stack web developer, and you need to be a beginner. You do not need to be on advanced level. So from the beginner we are starting. So absolutely we are starting from the HTML. So what's in HTML? We're starting from the code editor. What is a code editor and how we can work on it, and then we'll be talking about the what is HTML, what are tags, different heading tags, structure and commenting, HTML lists, and different kind of elements of the HTML. Means the base of a website, any web project, the base of the any web project is HTML. So we'll be talking about the HTML very first, and right after the HTML we'll be talking about the CSS. The difference between the HTML and the CSS is HTML is a rendering language and CSS is a styling sheet. Means we use HTML for rendering anything, like you just want to render the image, you want to render the some kind of text or the heading or anything, you use the HTML. And to design that we use the CSS, means cascade style sheet. So after the CSS we'll be talking about the JS, the JavaScript. And what is JavaScript? JavaScript is something really interesting, and in a JavaScript we'll be talking about the programming language. The difference between the JavaScript and the HTML is, if you put 2 plus 2 in HTML, it will be 2 plus 2 in result. But if you just put the 2 plus 2 in JavaScript, because it's a programming language, it will show you 4. That means it use the mathematic techniques. So this is why the JavaScript is a programming language, and it works, and it's a dynamic language, by the way. The difference between the rendering or the static language and a dynamic language is, if you just open a web page, you can have different screen, and the same web page with same link your friend opens, it can have a different screen. But the JavaScript is a client-side language, and PHP or the many different kind of languages we have, which are the server-side languages, by the way. Right after the JavaScript you'll have the Bootstrap, and a Bootstrap is a framework based on HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript. And we use the Bootstrap because we do not want to put a lot of time in designing a web page, a kind of base of a web page at least. So we use the Bootstrap tips or the Bootstrap classes. We just simply put the Bootstrap elements to design, to use the ready-made designs of the Bootstrap or the ready-made grids of the Bootstrap. That's a really interesting thing. You'll love it if you just want to become a designer without learning complete designing, by the way. After that we'll be talking about the React. What is the React? React is a kind of is the framework again, and it based in JavaScript, and it helps us to get the live or real-time updates. And React is based on JavaScript and made by Facebook developers, and they're using it on the notification bar of the Facebook for now, and we'll be learning about that, by the way. And then we'll be talking about the OOP a little bit, then the Laravel. Laravel is something really interesting and really important in his course, because we mainly focusing Laravel in his course. Using the Laravel we will be actually making a complete web application from the zero to hero. We'll be learning a lot of parts of web development in Laravel, like we'll be making an e-commerce application, the basics of Laravel, then e-commerce application there, and then you can see that the mini project task list app and the admin panel, and you can see that it's the admin panel authentication, the section number 10. Then we'll be talking about the front end of the project, of the Laravel project, fetching data from the Laravel, then template configuration, then front end user registration and sign in options, etc. Then the shopping cart. Definitely if you're just making the e-commerce, we need the shopping cart, and checkout in Stripe means the payment controllers and payment methods. And this is all we'll be talking about. Then some final touches. This is the course all about. Now you can really understand from zero to hero. We are trying to make you a complete full stack web developer from basic to advanced. So this is all the course all about. Stay tuned and goodbye.